Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment and Bolex Repair Philippines. Welcome to episode 18 of an overhaul on a Bolex H-16 Reflex film camera. So, those of you who want to support my channel, do check out Bolex Repair Philippines. We got some adapters on there for lenses, vintage lenses, rubber eye cups, and don't forget to click on that subscribe button and click onto the bell down there to make sure you can get all the updates. Alright, so let's get going. I've noticed in here and discovered on the ground glass here on both sides and on top right there, get a better image of that. There we go. Here, and especially as well up inside of the prism here. There's a prism right there. You can see that. Get a better view. There we are. And it's right there is the prism. And of course, it extends all the way to the top, as you can see there. So it's got fungus there and dirt, all types of trash. So we got to clean that out. It's a lengthy process, a bit, and we use hydrogen peroxide. So we got to dismantle this to a certain degree and let it soak, and then start the cleaning process. So let's get going. So you're probably wondering, how can I tell if my ground glass prism here, or even a lens for that matter, has fungus? Well, especially if you don't have a clear viewable image, when you look through the viewfinder, apparently it won't focus very well. So what you have to do, even if you get to this point right here, which I would prefer you go to a knowledgeable service person, because the timing is going to have to be reset on the shutter and the pull down of the claw and all that type of thing, and tested. Sealant put on the outside. But if you do get this far, if you intend to be daring enough to go in here, what you have to do is look up at the prism here, and you need a jeweler's loop, just like this. Alright? You have to hold the turret of the prisms up to the sun, or some light rather, and look in there really close. I mean really close. This fungus hides. You do the same thing with the ground glass. You know, just turn it around, take a good look at it, and hold your loop up to it really close, and you'll see it's there. So those are some good tips for you. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with here. As you can see, get this micro screw here right by my pencil eraser, and there's a lever for this prism right here. So I'm going to start removing that. Remember, this thing was full of rust and so forth, so I'm glad this is turning smoothly. And by the way, we'll soak it in hydrogen peroxide. The glass, I hope and pray and hope it's all on the outside of the prisms, because if it's inside, the glass has to be replaced. There's nothing you can do if it's inside the prisms, the fungus that is. Alright, so let's get going here. There we go. Put that over there. Put that in my egg crate. I'm going to find the screw that's hidden in here. I think I just felt it. Yes, there it is. Right there. And put that into my egg crate. go back around, and as you can see there, we got it exposed. Next, what I'm pleased with here is the lack of rust due to the previous condition of the viewfinder. So let's go ahead and remove this cover. Hopefully it just comes off. There we go. That's nice and comforting. This is just a aluminum cover that here it simply covers these two prisms. So next we're just going to remove those and get cleaning. Alright, so now I'm going to start the cleaning and removal of these two pieces of glass right here. So let's get started on that. It's going to require hydrogen peroxide. I'm just going to close up the ground glass right here. And I'm going to let this entire unit soak for right now. I'm going to do this for about 5 minutes starting, because there's a lot of trash in those prisms. And the hydrogen peroxide will clean the fungus and also help to remove it. Alright, give this about 5 minutes. Okay, so we're going to remove it here on the hydrogen peroxide. I did flip it over and soak both sides. And if those of you are wondering why I've said not to get the Bolex wet, and I didn't take it apart and dismantle it further, the glass, is because the rest of it seems to be in pretty good shape. When you get that far in it, stop. Because Bolexes do have wear and tear time, as I pointed out before. And after decades, all the parts have been working together in unison, meshed together, that type of a thing. And if you take these things completely apart, you could have more trouble than it's worth. You generally won't even operate properly again. Okay, so done that. And I can see it's loosened a bunch of stuff up. And I can go ahead and start cleaning it a bit. Take my white cotton glove. You can also use a chamois for this. For right now, get my white cotton gloves. And keep testing this here. Next, I got to get to these. All right, next, I'm going to be cleaning these two pieces of glass right here, and hydrogen peroxide. And when doing so, careful not to bend this pin right here. You see this? There's a pin right there, and on the back there's a spring down there, if you can see that. And any type of trash, foreign bodies that get caught in that spring there, where this pin is bent, It's going to cause stability issues within your film. So after you get your film developed and it's got lines in it, it's jittery, anything like that, this is one of the culprits that lies within this area here. Alright? You got to take your camera to a service person, make sure they check this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and apply some hydrogen peroxide on a piece of tech cloth to these two pieces of glass, and again avoiding this pin with a spring connected to it, as it can cause jitter and image problems in your film after it's developed. Any type of trash, again, that gets caught in there, so we want to avoid that, not even bend it or anything. So I'm just going to take a piece of this tech cloth that's soaked in hydrogen peroxide and put it down inside glass here. Get it cleaning. Moving on. Alright, so you can see what I'm doing here. Taking the tweezers and moving the cloth around there, the tech cloth with hydrogen peroxide. Be careful not to scrape the glass. But to clean that fungus. I don't believe these two pieces of glass are going to withstand an extraction. So I'll be doing this for a while. Fun, fun, fun. So, as we can see, everything is getting clearer and clearer there from that angle, and from this angle, as we can see, and that's good news. I'll have to continue in repeating that process of cleaning in there. The ground glass is looking excellent, as we can see there. And on this side, there we go, with the hydrogen peroxide cleaning. And there's something extra I'd like to share with you. Okay, earlier I spoke of film stability. When your celluloid travels normally, being pulled by the claw in the film gate area, you have these guide arms, and they're going to lock down into shape, securing your film, making sure that it's being flat and normally being pulled through there. There's going to be a little bit of play in there, but that's it. On the same token, here in the turret, you have this pin here that's connected back to, as you can see it down there, the spring. There we go, right there, this spring here. So what's going to happen, this pin is going to touch gently the side of the celluloid, working in unison to make sure everything travels through the film gate smoothly. Anytime any trash gets caught in this spring down here, right in there, right, or this pin gets bent, these guide arms get bent, or it's collected a bunch of trash in here, dust, dirt, film particles. That's going to cause film destabilization, and then you're going to get the in your developed film, you're going to get jittery, image out of focus. It's gonna resemble something like you had a lost loop or something wrong with a shutter, which in a way it is, and maybe the pressure plate wasn't put down properly or the film wasn't loaded properly. Have your service person check this type of thing and just give it to them as a gentle reminder. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Do subscribe, and again, click that subscribe button. Click the bell down there to get you all the updates. You don't miss a thing. Paul Morbid of Morbid Team Entertainment and Bolex Repair Philippines. See ya.